G'day everyone, I'm Fletch Kelly. I'm joined here by Bill Cornell, and we are of course from ABS Australia Beef. Welcome to the second episode of Talking Bull. After such an overwhelming response to episode 1, we're back here in 2019 doing it all again. Bill, it is autumn, of course. It's the end of the cricket season in Australia as we know it, but also beginning of the AFL season and the NRL season. We've got a really action-packed episode ahead for you. It's of course autumn, which means a lot of people are going to be starting their autumn joining soon. So we're going to be recapping a lot of the new bulls, a lot of the main bulls, as well as a lot of the programs that we're involved in, the Herefords True Genetics program, etc. So stay tuned, enjoy this episode. There'll be more later on in the year, and yeah, we hope you enjoy it.
Absolutely. Now come on, Fletch, let's kick some goals. Yes! That's it, boys. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. That's right, I'll get a bit on the right hand now. Look at this ambidextrous. Beautiful little kick to you. Oh, missed it up. Oh, he knows his place.
Welcome back to episode 2 of Talking Bull. I'm joined by Bill Cornell. We're at the river here in Albury. You'll notice that we're wearing our Beyond Blue and Breast Cancer Network Australia hats. Two very, very, very important and very good causes. Bill, what are they all about?
Right, what we're doing, Fletch, is that at ABS we've actual fact donated to both charities for producing the hats. If you wish a hat, please give us a call, and also there's an invitation inside for people to also donate to these charities.
Now Bill, I've been following ABS Beef for quite some time now, both while I was working part-time at uni and obviously since I've been with ABS. I doubt I've seen the depth of ABS catalogue and the depth of the bulls quite this good in my life. It's quite extraordinary times and very exciting time for both of us young bucks to be involved in the ABS program. A bull that we recently purchased down at Landfall, actually last week in fact, Landfall Newground N90, is a pretty impressive bull. What do you reckon, Bill?
Oh, Fletch, unbelievably impressive bull. You know, the reports came back from when you saw him in Tasmania last year and said that he was the gun. We caught up with the bull. When you have a good look at the bull, he's a Discovery son, which, you know, I was enjoying seeing Discoveries, but Discovery's got a couple of issues, and this bull really fixes up all of those problems. You have a look at the depth of his pedigree. The 10 cows back in this pedigree, they're all Landfall bred. 9 of them have been donors, and the only one that wasn't a donor had 9 live calves in the herd herself. So structural soundness, fertility, the Landfall brand, the Landfall female maternal influence is just so strong in there. Fletch, there's 280 calves that those families have put together,
Absolutely.
that family's put together on the way through, and then fielding the overall magnificent ABS lineup of Reality, Emperor, Infinity, 036, Reagan, just 88, just littered with power. And then you have a look at his indexes, you know, top 1%, growth, top
Very
1 to 2%, yeah. Carcass,
That's
really
right.
good, you know, high IMF as well, and good fats for everybody as well. So really,
Exactly.
he covers an impeccable structure. Just, it was a bull we had to have, and that's why we paid us $75,000, which was the Tasmanian record, but so pleased to have him on board.
Absolutely. I actually saw the bull by accident last year. Frank and I were having a look at Landfall Keystone heifers down there, and we had about an hour of daylight left, and we went, well, let's go check out the yearling bulls. And there was N90. He was ahead of the pack even at the yearling age. So yeah, very, very exciting times with this bull.
Absolutely, and just finishing off, of course, is the feature of that sale was the Keystone progeny down there as well. They featured really, really well.
20 sons averaged over 11,500, something along those lines. So just extraordinary.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job for the breed.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Now Bill, last year after we filmed the first episode of Talking Bull, I actually went over to the States and saw all our bulls. Had a great 10 days away, went through some feedlot projects that we're running, but I had the opportunity to go to ABS and also to Origin. And when I was at ABS, I saw the Command Bull again. So we saw him the first time in January 27 and loved him. Next inspection, he was a little underdone, but when I saw him last year, he was looking ridgy-dig. So he's a bull that kind of flew under the radar for the Australian market. He kind of lived in the shadow of LD Capitalist, I think it's fair to say. but the guys that have tried the bull and used the bull just love the calves, don't they, Bill?
Oh, absolutely. And look, we've got a couple of herds that used him extensively in commercial programs.
Yeah, which was interesting.
200 plus calves on the ground now. They just love them. In actual fact, they out of their heifers, and they just think that they're as good as anything they've got on the place right now. But the bulls, actual fact, been out and about, even the sea stock herd. Sydney show, there's going to be some rippers there as well.
Yeah.
So
what's really interesting is you see that a lot of these commercial guys are retaining command sons to use as herd bulls in their own herd, backup bulls. So that's a testament to the bull himself.
Absolutely. No, Fletch, he's a go-to bull.
Absolutely.
Go-to bull.
Okay everyone, soon you'll receive this 2019 Autumn Beef Update either online, email, and in the hard copy in the post too. There's a few cool new bulls in here. Bill, the first bull I want to ask you about is Monumental. What do we think about him? Because it's pretty exciting.
Oh mate, really excited about Monumental. As you know, for about 2 or 3 years we've been trying to get 3F Epic in, but now we've got Monumental. The next step on, he's 3-star calving ease at ABS, about 300 progeny already on the ground. Really powerful in terms of his growth, high powered in terms of his carcass, but phenotypically wise, awesome. I mean, he was the carload champion, People's Choice, back in 2017, but now he's breeding on really well. Topped heifer at the Express sale the other day, made 100,000, and he's hot property, hot to go, and Siemens just turned up. So
which is good. He's definitely a seed stock bull to get on over 2019 and into the future as well. There's also another bull in there by the name of Full Force.
Correct. Yeah, Full Force is one, Fletch, that we've been looking at for some time, about 4th-generation ABS bred. Full Force, I really loved him. We went to collect him last year, which we did get some semen from him before the year cut out. And then the Kiwis were there and they said, Bill, we want the semen. So Australia's now got semen in. We missed the time frame last year, but a bull again, super calving ease, comes from the Yons program. The reports back that Aussies have been down to Yons are the Full Force daughters are really performing very well. So that's just a highlighted thing. Skin, easy shedding and so forth. People will really enjoy the bull. Got an excellent set of figures and got the looks to go with it. So he's one to certainly have a look at, guys.
Bill, I'm just having a look here in the latest autumn update. There's a go-to size page that we've included here, obviously Baldridge Command that we just spoke about. Another bull on there is Sigean Enhance. His latest EBVs are really impressive, and the reports on the progeny of Enhance and the overall look of Enhance and the phenotype and the structure has all been, 3 ticks for everything. So we're really excited about what he's going to do for the seed stock industry going forward. Do you like him?
Oh, absolutely, Fletch. And on last year's tour in September, really loved the phenotype of Enhance. The excellent structure on the bull was really good, and now that breed plans suck the figures up really nicely now. Super calving ease, got excellent growth, big ribeye, big scrotal too. Some fellas are looking for a little bit more scrotal in the breed, so Enhance has really got the phenotype plus the data behind him. And look, already at ABS he's gone to number 2 popular registration bull that we use at the moment. Yeah, no, exactly. So he's a bull certainly get on board, and look, a lot of people have seen the bull and everybody that sees him wants to have a go. So that's why he's a go-to sire.
Okay, Bill, a bull that we touched on earlier when we spoke about the Landfall sale was Landfall Keystone. He's just becoming a remarkable bull for both the seed stock and the commercial industry in Australia. In terms of his phenotype, structurally extremely sound. He's as quiet as a Labrador. And when you get to his EBVs, top 1% for his indexes, a true curve bender. There's a lot of guys out there that are pretty afraid to add that big power frame bull to their program because of the whole birth weight issue. But he's got very low birth weight, big explosive 600-day growth. It's quite remarkable what he's doing for the breed, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely, Fletch. And we've got the other things, as we said, sale topper at lots of sales that he's been into in his early phase. As you said, the growth up about 15 on his 600-day weight, so he's nearly to 140. But he's still only 1.6 for birth, and still got his gestation, short gestation, still got his calving ease. It's fabulous. And then you keep on running down and have a look at his indexes, but even in his grain-fed index, he's increased by 22 points already. So he's just really smashing it. So a must-do, go-to sire.
Absolutely. And at the Landfall sale, there were something like 20 sons or something that averaged over 11.5 grand. So for a bull of that quality to come through our program, it's very exciting. And there's obviously a huge demand out there for the bull both in terms of seed stock and commercial herds, he'll be a staple bull for us in 2019 and beyond.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt about that.
Now, speaking of big power bulls, Bill, last year when I was over in the States, I had the opportunity to go to Origin, as I mentioned, and I got to see Titus and Black Magic, and they're big, powerful frame bulls, big frame score. But you expect a lot of those frame score sort of 7 or 8 bulls to be a little bit flat and slabby sided, but these actually had beautiful muscle expression, particularly Titus. Black Magic, beautiful structure. What do you reckon about them?
Oh, great. Look, my favourite out of the two of them is obviously the sire, Black Magic. Long as a freight train. I always do a 3-tick system, but he sort of got 4, and I've never done that before. So
yep.
Super long. And as you said, sometimes those bulls can be a little flat, but you know, we still rated him as a B-.
Yeah.
So, you know, frame 7+, B-, #1 growth bull in the breed in the US.
Good structure too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So really a bull for people to get on board with. Hey, look, he's not the cheapest bull in the business, but he's so popular in the US, it's hard to do that.
Exactly.
And we've got Sexcel female semen coming in a little bit later during the year.
Good replacement.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think he's a bull, particularly for the seed stock industry, to really have a good hard look at a bull like Black Magic, to sort of just do everything, for each size, for each weight.
Sure. Now, speaking of heavy muscled bulls, Capitalist obviously a bit smaller than those two in frame, but he has just been a superstar for us. I mean, you can't really say anything more about the bull. We've inspected him several times. He's an absolute ripper, really quiet, great structure, and he's probably the most popular bull in Australia for the last 18 months, I'd say.
I think so, Fletch. Just everybody that sees him loves him. The reports I'm getting all the time are great. Just talking to a couple of fellas coming down the car on the way down, and they were just telling me their Capitalist calves are just fabulous.
Yeah.
And you're right, look, some of them aren't going to be quite as big as everybody, but everything in that regard, they make up for width, depth,
absolutely,
muscle, and they're really fashionable sort of cattle. But you're right though, I predict, you know, by Chrissy time, he'll probably be the #1 registration bull, I'd say.
He will be. Yeah.